Hello folks and welcome along to RIZE Racing League here. We are here for Make Your History Season 2 Round 2 and we are here at the Jeddah Corniche Circuit. Length of this track is 6.17 kilometres, or if you prefer that in miles, that is 3.836 miles. We've got 27 corners around this track, and the tyres we're going to be using here today are the C4 softs, the C3 mediums and the C2 hards, so perfect middle of the bunch for folks. Now we are going to have a full-time grid, but there's one driver who did end up dropping out, so unfortunately they won't be able to make it, and they will be getting filled in by Tacey, and that's the Silver there, and that is Dean Conn that couldn't make it, so it's apparently his family member's birthday, so happy birthday to them, and I hope it's a good night out. But right now we will have a look at the stand-ins and see how things fared last week. Let's see. So Dean Conn on 18 points in first place, and second is Captain Jeff on 15, and we've got Verpe on 12. Benji Bucket is on 10 in fourth. Fifth is Evan, then we've got Owen David in sixth. Seventh for Lenz, and then we've got RIZE McGurk in 8th and 9th for Fun Destroyers, and RIZE McGurk is on 2 points, Fun Destroyers on 1 point, Lenz is on 4 points. Looking at the constructors, we've got Silver on 43 points, Hasser on 17, Williams on 16, Aston Martin's in 4th on 12 points, Alpine are on 8 points, Mercedes on 4 points in 6th, and 7th is RB on 1 point, and then we've got Ferrari, McLaren and Red Bull all sitting on 0 points right now. So we're already seeing a few drivers out on track. I think Dirty Taffy's going to be one of them that's going to be up first. Same with Benji, I think he's going to be up second. But looking on at the results from trying to see doesn't say who the reserve was, but they were filling in for Craters last week, and it was them that ended up getting the win. So nicely done from them. Right now we'll sit with Benji as they are on their lap now, just coming into the chicane of turns 1 and 2, taking as much apex as possible, trying to open up that corner and straight line it as much as possible on the run down into turn 4 of that yellow flag in sector 3. That's just some drivers making space around turns 5 there, and 6 and 7 now. Nicely does it, 8 and 9, being careful on that curb on the exit of 8, as you could end up straddling that curb, and it is really tough to end up getting off. Into turn 13 now, this slight banked corner of a left hand, and then we're going to be going straight on to turns 16 and 17 there. Nicely does it. Now only a few more corners to go, of course. This is a street circuit, and it's actually the fastest street circuit on the calendar. Benji doing nicely there, coming to open his DRS for a third time for this lap, and then he'll be able to activate it again once more as he comes out of turn 27, and he manages to do what Max Verstappen didn't and kept it out of the wall. Benji to the line, 130.107, and that's on the medium compound tyres, so he wasn't pushing for it too much. So now we're seeing a few of the times start coming in there. The Alpines are looking quite tough at the moment, both up there in first and second. We've got loopers on a lap just coming around the final corner now. And are they just starting a lap or are they finishing it? I think they're finishing it. Goes 10th. Oh, I think just seen a comment there, just did miss it. We're going with Fun Destroyers, who did end up coming home in 10th at last race out. Let's see what time they're going to be able to put on the board in that RB. Just coming into the final corner now. Straying quite a way off the wall there. We've got Molly Khan in the comments saying, let's go. And they got a fourth place. Fun Destroyers 7th. 130.328, just 3 thousandths of a second quicker than Kreiters. But Molly Khan currently sitting in P4 with 130.019, and they're just about to start their lap. So is this a second lap? Tacey smashes that 129.007. Puts that on provisional pole. Nicely done. We've got RIZE McGurk here. Just coming around the final corner. He's trying to get a bit of a slipstream off of the cars ahead, but moves out the way just in time to the line. 130.627. It's good enough for 12th place for the time being. Verpe to the line, and that was a cool down lap. Got Molly Khan being held up by a Red Bull there that's actually got a broken front wing. And I think, is that Buckle? We'll have a quick look and see. No, it's not Buckle, it's Stacey Liu. Oh no, it did. Yep, it does have a broken front wing, so that Red Bull not going to be taking them corners at excellent speeds, unfortunately. That's going to be a real hindrance to them. And I'm not even using the DRS, so I think Molly Khan's definitely going to be upset about that. And could possibly end up seeing a little message getting put into the stewards room about that. We'll see how things are going to end up faring. Stacey Liu does end up finishing their lap, coming to the line 1.2 seconds quicker than their previous lap time. But of course, they're going to have to get in and get that front wing repaired. That was kind of pointless doing that lap, unfortunately. Let's see, Dirty Zombie just starting their lap. Dirty Taffy's just coming around turn 13. We've got Ends on a lap, just coming into turns 21 and 22 now. Let's see how well the Mercedes is going to do. Their teammate is currently sitting in 15th place right now, 131.460. Has Ends got what it takes to put it above their teammate? Let's see as the Mercedes powers out of turn 27 down to the finish line. And then they've gone 11 to 130.514. We're seeing that quite a lot of drivers all really in that 130 area, quite close together with each other. Dirty Taffy now coming to the line. We'll see what time the McLaren is going to be able to put on the board. Coming across the line at 131.192. It's only good enough for 15th position. We've got Dirty Zombie being held up by, that was Stacey Liu, and both of them end up clouting off the wall. And Dirty Zombie will not be happy about that, and that's twice Stacey Liu has actually got in the way of other drivers. They got in the way of the Aston Martin of Molly Khan just a few moments ago, and they've just done it again to Dirty Zombie in the Ferrari this time. So they won't be particularly happy regarding that. So, Dirty Zombie not opting to put a lap in. That's a bit unusual. Malikan, if you're in the comments, any words on what just happened with Stacey Lou? I could imagine it had been quite frustrating there. But looking on at Benji as he's coming to finish a lap. Let's see how the Williams driver is going to be able to do. 129.221. That I wasn't expecting. Nice time there from Benji. We've got his teammate Owen David, currently sitting in P6 with a 129.985. And they're just coming up to the chicanes of turn 21 and 22. 22 and 23, sorry. What is the Williams going to do? They're going to be able to improve on their time. Coming out of the final corner. It looks like they are up on their time, 129.370. They improve on their time by 0.6 of a second. And if they were just 2 thousandths of a second, well, 3 thousandths of a second quicker, they could have peeled that third place off of Evan. Of course, looking at these drivers all real close to each other. Of course, looking at it, especially between the Williams and the Alpine, right next to each other there. Now we're going to go further down and watch Elpers right now. Let's see how they're going to be doing as they're just coming up to the chicane at 22 and 23. Their teammate getting out the way there of Dirty Taffy, making sure not to hinder them in the slightest. Only another one more braking zone to go. Turn 27. Got to make sure to get a good exit out of here. And does the Verstappen and bounces off the wall on the exit of turn 27. Comes to the line, keeping it to the left-hand side as much as possible. Doesn't make a difference. And end up going into P18 for now. We've got about 5 minutes and 40 on the clock. What was that there? That's a car pointing the wrong way. It's on. Low on fuel. So no fuel there for one. So let's see who is on a lap. We've got Fun Destroyers on a lap. RIZE McGurk isn't on a lap. Buckle, they're just on a lap right now. Elper sitting right down in 18th place. Will be trying to get back around to start a lap. Fun Destroyers, did they improve on the time? I don't think they did, unfortunately. But they didn't move up any places, so we'll go with Pierre right now. They're just making their way down to the chicane of turn 22 and 23. Let's see what the RB is going to be able to do. Only a couple of corners left to go. Got Ben in the comments there saying, ooh, so he's definitely happy about that time that he managed to put in there. Is there any chance he's going to be able to go any quicker? Is that possible? We've not got long left. We've got Bucko, who's managed to get up to 7th with a 129.963. Let's see, Captain Jeff, driver of the day, last round out in Bahrain. We'll see what the Haas driver is going to be able to do this time. Of course, didn't appear to be that much of a great qualifier last time, if I remember right. In fact, let's go back and we'll have a quick look at the order. So he came up from 6 places up from 9th. So that is quite expected for a decent result anyway from Jeff, if he could manage to pull it off. But of course, this track is constantly one of them where you're such high speeds and such close barriers. It is a very tough track to nail and to get right. And that's the thing about street tracks. It's more about consistency rather than raw speed. And that's the same. That story rings true, of course, especially at one of the most ludicrous tracks, and that is Monaco. Of course, with it being such tight, it's impossible for overtaking with racing nowadays. But Captain Jeff, 15 to 130.437. Craters has retired, and that is not in the pit lane. That is on track. I'm unsure whereabouts that is. That's in the first sector, so retired on track there. Hopefully he's going to be out the way for the Aston Martin of, I think that may be Malik Khan. Nope, it's not Malik Khan, it'll be Verpe. Yep, so he's out the way of that, so that's good, thankfully enough for that. We'll have a look, so see Owen on a lap, Evans not on a lap, just getting prepped for one. Benji is on a lap, of course managing to get 129.221 in the previous go around. We'll see if they've got what it takes to get that going again. And what is that? That's a Mercedes of loopers into the wall at turn 4. It's like he forgot he's got a left pedal, which is for the brake. And it seems like he's pressed the brake instead of the accelerator. That McLaren of, I think, was that Dirty Taffy? No, it was Dirty Taffy. Get off of the racing line there. He was right in the middle of that, of course. You don't want to be doing that. That is grounds for getting a foot up the rear. But Malik Khan managed to put in a 129.017. So what is these drivers going to be able to say? Benji looking good right now. What is he at? He's up by a 10th and a half. Let's see. He's only got a couple more corners left to go. Pierre's retired from this Grand Prix. He's got a Ferrari just ahead of him. Can he get a little bit of a help off of that Ferrari just up ahead? The Ferrari looks like it didn't get the best of launch. But now to the line, is Benji going to be able to take provisional pole position? Yes, he is. 128.947. 947 GG peeps. And gets that provisional pole position. Nicely done. Evans, unsure if they're going to get this here, or if they're going to be able to improve any, as I can't see the bottom screen right now. Let's see, Evans to the line, 129.269, so is very close there, but doesn't manage to get that done, and Malik Khan has invalidated their time. So Benji Bucket takes pole position here in Saudi Arabia. Absolutely incredible. Only driver into the 128s here. And you see Williams on top here. I think the last think if I'm right, is it the last podium for pole position for Williams? Was that not? Was that Russell? No. Like the latest one, or was that Maldonado back in like 2012 or something? I'm unsure, to be honest, but looking on at that, absolutely incredible time there, and how close the top three were. 700ths of a second separated the top three there of Benji Bucket, TC and Malik Khan. Evans will be lining up on row 2 in 4th place, and we've got RKA and Owen in 5th and 6th, Criters and Fun Destroyers 7th and 8th, then we've got Verpe in 9th, Sheepers in 10th, 11th for Buckle Pierre in 12th, 13th for Ends, then we've got RIZE McGurk and Jeff in 14th, 15th, 16th for Elpers, Dirty Taffy in 17th, 18th for Loopers, Stacey Lou in 19th, and Dirty Zombie will be starting at the back of the grid. So now we're going to be moving on to the main race, where we're going to end up having 25 laps of racing around this 6.17 kilometre racetrack. And here we go, no formation lap, we're underway already, and all the lights are out, and it looks like Benji has managed to get a good start, but then we've got Tacey going alongside, has got that inside line at turn 1, turns to the outside, it's going to be the inside line again at turn 3, Malikan and Evan battling out side by side. Is Benji going to be able to get this position done? Yes, he is. Manages to maintain that lead. The top 5 all stay in the same positions, and it looks like, who's that? It's Owen all the way down. And he's fell all the way down to the back of the pack with Fun Destroyers, so they two must have got into a collision together. Have they got any damage between them? Looks like the Williams has got damage of Owen, and I think Fun Destroyers was going to have a broken front wing also. So, yep, that has happened right now. I honestly did not know that we didn't have a formation lap. That was actually quite surprising there. But looking on right now, these top 3 staying closer than ever. Of course, they were very close in qualifying, and they are still close together right now. We can't see possibly end up seeing this going on for a good while, but we'll soon see how things are going to unfold. Looking on right now at TC, is he going to be going for a move here? Is he going to be using any of that battery? It doesn't look like he's just holding off right now. And so is a lot of other drivers, unfortunately. We'll go see Ends, and I've seen a few other drivers jumped into the pits quite early. Oh, Dirty Zombie, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. We've seen our first retiree didn't get a lap in qualifying, and unfortunately has to end up retiring from the Grand Prix. So 4 drivers all coming in for fresh tyres and new front wings, and the rest of them all staying out. Top 3 all still within a second. Evan falling out of that 1 second gap to Malikan in 3rd place right now, so it's not going to be working out the best for them. And right now TC was having a little look at Benji. Benji's going to be under threat here from the Silver and the Aston Martin. Evan has managed to catch it back up and within that DRS window. Looking on right now with Malikan, is he going to be going for the move here? It doesn't look like it, but Tacey and Benji battling out side by side. And Tacey's going to have the DRS going down into turn 1, and Benji is going to be a sitting duck and is going to lose 2 places. Is it going to be 3? Nope, it is not. So he's down into 3rd place now, but he manages to manoeuvre back up. And is he going to manage to keep that 2nd place? And it looks like he does. Nice driving there from the Williams car there, and keeps that 2nd place, not losing out too many places. Of course, did end up just losing out to the lead just there, but that's not going to be much of a matter, especially in these early stages of the Grand Prix. Just going to have to try and get back within that DRS window so that you don't end up falling behind. Looking on at Verpe, he's right on the back of Sheepers here. Captain Jeff and Elpers. Elpers has actually got a broken front wing there, so that's not going to be helping. Neither has Bucko. Elpers, who has all jumped into the pit lane. I know that they did. Did they get a new front wing? Yep, they did. And if I remember right, Fun Destroyers also ended up getting a new front wing. So, looking on right now, Benji, slow it down so you can get that DRS. You don't want to be getting too good of a launch, and that doesn't matter. He still goes for it, and he's making that car as wide as possible, and they're going to be going 3 wide, going down into turn 1. Benji's still managing to hold off Malikan there. Does end up getting overtaken by Evan though, but hold on a minute, is that Williams going to be able to come back at the Alpine? Nope, not just yet. And it looked like there was contact there between the Alpine of RKA and Malikan there for that 4th position. But all managed to... The contact! Pierre and Verpe, both contact. Virtual safety car. Oh, that was dangerous there from Captain Jeff. Almost went... had Elpers go right into the back of him. So Verpe not got a front wing. Captain Jeff, any damage? Pierre, sorry, any damage? Yep, front right end plate is off of that car. So we've got a VSC right now. Oh, so Dirty Taffy and Owen both opting to come into the pits. What tyres did they go on? Hards and mediums. Oh, Owen going double. Dirty Taffy trying to go until the end here, or trying to go as long as possible anyway. Benji stays out. And Evan comes into the pits to get off of them. Pierre getting a drive-through penalty. That is absolutely heartbreaking. Of course, I've seen these things happen to me before, and yep, it is not the best when it does happen. Looking on right now, seeing any of these drivers getting right close. Loopers and Bucko is going down into turn 4. They're going to be side by side here. Loopers having that outside line, Bucko the inside, which switches back, and Bucko having the preferred line manages to keep that momentum going, and it maintains that 11th position. Verpe now out of the pits. Looking on at this battle for 2nd place right now. Is Benji going to be overtaken here, or is Malikan going to have to wait behind? RIZE, McGurk and Sheepers swapping places there as Sheepers moves up into 6th position, but we'll move back up here with Malikan He's tried 3 times to get past Benji. Is he going to manage to make it third time lucky? And it looks like he does. Nice and easy does it. He wasn't able to follow another driver through, but he manages to do it himself. Pierre into the pits to serve that drive-through penalty. Also seen Malikan has subscribed to the channel, so welcome along. Hopefully you do enjoy the rest of the content that has to come. And it looks like Bocco is into the wall, and whereabouts is that? That's coming out of turn 10. And it looks like he's possibly ended up doing almost a Mick Schumacher, sorry. And spinning off here. It must have been just clipping this inside curb that bit too much, and that throws the car right off. So now we've got a safety car, and we'll see. This is going to be good for especially Benji, who's sitting on them soft compound tyres. We'll be able to jump into the pits now and get a new set of tyres on. But unfortunate there was Bocco, so we're down to 18 now. On the bright side, this will give some of the drivers a way back right now. Time to catch them back up to the back of the pack. Of course, some of the drivers still on lap 6, and some of them moved on to lap 7 already. Sheeper's getting a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That is not one thing you want, especially during the safety car. It is a high intense moment, but of course it's a big difference from F1 23, where it was only a 5-second time penalty, so it wasn't as harsh. Now it's half a pit stop you end up losing. So if you're going to speed into the pit lane, you may as well make full use of it and just go absolutely barreling it and doing the classic like 8 days pit stop. Was it 70s or 8 days? Where you just seen them coming flying into the pits and coming flying out. There was like no safety in them days, of course. A lot of things have changed since then, of course, especially the use of proper full face covering helmets. Considering back in like the 60s, 50s and 60s, it was just a little small like swimming cap they would be wearing, which is pretty much nothing. That and a pair of goggles, no seat belts, just go for it. And it's a bit crazy to think about, comparing the cars of yesteryear to this generation of cars. It's totally incredible and totally different. Pierre's left session. Unfortunately, I won't be able to invite them back. If anybody has got Pierre, the RB driver, they've just left the session, so an invite for them would help. So Sheeper's making use of that safety car, trying to cut as much of that penalty off as possible. So we may be getting underway racing at the end of this lap. We'll need to wait and see how Dirty Taffy is going to catch up. So now the pack is all caught back up. We'll be getting the safety car will be jumping into the pits at the end of this lap now that the debris of that Red Bull has been sorted. And now the track is clear and we'll be getting ready to get underway racing in just a few moments' time. So, did I just see Elpar's getting a penalty? So, yeah, we've just seen Elpar's getting a 10-second penalty for... So now the safety car is coming into the pits and we're going to be getting underway racing in a few moments. There we go, looks like Tacey's gone. Elpar's following suit, but on them old medium tyres is going to end up getting swallowed up by the pack. And we could see Malikan already starting that going down the outside into turn one and is going to take the better line. And there we go, moves up. Benji Bucket moving up and battling it out. Benji Bucket is round and into the wall, and there's a big collision there. That was not the best. And I think that was with unfortunately not ghosting. I'm not sure if that was contact with other cars or not, but we have got a safety car. And we're going to see a lot of drivers all jumping into the pits. And so we've got another safety car here. And yeah. So it was a bit crazy to say the least just there. But yeah, so we're going to end up seeing a lot of people all jumping into the pit lane. Also, a lot of these drivers opting not to jump in. A few pulling dummies. See Evan jumping back into the pits. Is anyone else going to jump in? To see Enns and Owen both jumping in, and to see a load of drivers at the back will all be jumping into the pits also. Did Stacey Wu manage to walk out with any damage? Yep, they did. And I'm unsure if Pierre got any. Nope, Pierre got away scot-free. He's going to be moving up a fair bunch in the pack. So moves up about 6 positions there from 18th to 12th. Nicely done there from Pierre just by staying out. But oh wait there, I just realised it's a ghosted car and he's not actually in the lobby still. That is a bit unfortunate. I'll try and see. So folks, we've came to the conclusion that it may be down to some connection issues. That some of these instances did end up happening, so it's a bit unfortunate in that case. But we'll see how things are going to be going. Hopefully everything will be able to run smoothly from now, but we'll be able to find out in the next few moments. So Pierre is trying to get in. We'll just sit with them, and it looks like they have managed to get in, it seems. Yep, there we go. We see that little chink there. And the just a wee quick sharp turn to the right. And he is back in the lobby. We should be getting the safety car in at the end of this lap. And there we go. We've just got a message from race control to say that we are going to be getting back underway again. Now let's hope this Safety car goes smoother. And looking on right now, Looper's actually up 11 places, highest gainer right now. And here we go, getting underway now. And looking on at Malikan, right on the tail of TC here. And is he going to be able to go for the move? It doesn't look like it, but it looks like he's going to be under threat from the Alpine of RKA, who's having a look down the inside, going into turn 1, later on the brakes. And RKA going around the outside of turn 2, they're going to be side by side still on the exit. And it looks like the Aston Martin of Malikan manages to keep that position of second place. Helper's getting a 3-second time penalty, not helping his race out. We see Loopers actually went wide there, coming out at turn 5, going around turn 5, and that actually ended up allowing Verpe to get past. Dirty Taffy getting an... Is that another 3-second time penalty just there? And he is all over the road, not managing to keep that car in a straight line. Pierre trying up the outside, and that was scary there. That could have been real tragedy there for Pierre after just managing to get into his car. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2. That's Sheepers. Oh, and Loopers is round. Loopers is around, and we've got a virtual safety car. And it seems Dirty Taffy has left the session, or been disconnected anyway. Oh my god, getting a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car, the virtual safety car, so he's going to have to do a drive-through penalty and will end up equivalently jumping down into 17th position depending on when he serves that drive-through penalty. Moving further down, Dirty Taffy losing the place again. Of course, due to connection issues. Looking on at Dirty Taffy and Pierre making contact there, and it looks like Dirty Taffy is actually back in the session, or just somehow ghosting this game, honestly. And does like to mess with you. Looking on at Dirty Taffy, they're going to be able to catch it back up. It doesn't look like it due to Pierre just managing to get that DRS from ends, but Dirty Taffy is going for it, using that battery just there. They're going to try for it again. It looks like they are. RIZE coming in to serve that drive-through penalty. And will end up behind Stacey Lou. Fun Destroyer going for the lunge on Dirty Taffy and moves up into 10th position. Is Owen going to be having a look at Dirty Taffy? Dirty Taffy is actually just retired on track and left the session. So hopefully we don't see another safety car because of that, as that would be very poor form from the race control. We're looking on right now at Owen. Oh, Benji getting a 3-second time penalty there. Looking on at Owen right on the back of this RB. This could be the chance to go for the move, but doesn't manage to get the launch that he was needing to get out of that corner. Down to 17 we are right now. Moving further up, Verpe and Captain Jeff are side by side there as they're on the run down into turn 22, and Verpe manages to move up into 5th position there. Nicely does it there. Oh, Captain Jeff bouncing off the wall there on the exit of turn 23 there. and ends up losing that 2 places now, down to 7th place. Molly Khan and RKA did just swap places. Is Molly Khan going to be able to come back at the Alpine? I don't think so. Looking on at Evan getting passed up into 5th place yet again, past Verpe. Looking on right now at this trio here of Owen, Fun Destroyers and Benji Bucket. Owen and Verpe, Owen and Fun Destroyers going side by side. Is that going to open the door for Benji to get around the outside? He's going to have that outside line going into turn 4. And is he going to manage to get it done? He's hanging it around the outside. He does end up going off the track a little, but I think he was far enough around. And has he got a broken front wing? Yep, he has. He has got a broken front wing. So that won't be aiding him in the corners at all. Verpe getting right out of shape, and that's going to allow Captain Jeff to catch up, and it could possibly end up going for the move. Sheepers getting a 3-second time penalty. We're on lap 16 now. We've got only about 10 laps remaining. We'll look on board with Molly Khan right now as they're getting really close to the back of that Alpine. Looking on right now at Owen. He looked like he was getting right close to the back of that RB. It looked like he was actually going to go for the move, which we could see right now as he opens that DRS and gets the move done, going down the inside around turns 24, 5 and 26 into 27 now, and now moves up. Looking on at Captain Jeff now, making their way past Verpe, and is Ends going to be able to get it? Nope, doesn't. Fun Destroyers under threat from Benji Bucket. Both RBs and both Williams are battling with each other here. And is Benji going to be able to walk away with this victory here? Yes, he does. It's not the actual victory, it's just a small victory here, winning the battle there. Unfortunately for him, it's Tacey who is winning the war by 2 seconds right now, up in the lead, which is increasing that gap every single corner, especially while Molly Khan and RKA are battling out for that 2nd place. That's just allowing the Silver of Tacey to pull away out in front. Is Molly Khan going to be able to go for the move here, going down into turn 27, or is he going to wait until the start finish straight? I think that's going to be the better strategy. Of course, we did see it here before where the DRS was before turn 27, like the DRS detection point. Now it has changed. Verpe and the Captain Jeff still battling out side by side with each other, not giving each other an inch here. Right now we'll go down with Molly Khan. Not any changes in that department just yet. We've got a virtual safety car, and that Haas of Captain Jeff has to pull off after Ends just manages to get past there in the nick of time. So who is that? Because this gives Benji the perfect opportunity to get in and get the get fresh tyres on and get that front wing changed. Onto the soft tyres they go. They are on the warpath now. So back underway, racing again, Verpe, Captain Jeff, and as that ends at the front there, it looks like Verpe has managed to get up into 7th place there, past, managing to get up into 6th, Verpe down in 7th there. Still battling it out here for this 6th position between the 4 of them. We'll keep an eye on the gap between Benji and Fun Destroyers as it was sitting 2.8 seconds just a moment ago. We'll see how that's going to unfold in the coming stages. Captain Jeff there been overtaken by Owen. Silly me being on the wrong camera angle. And we didn't see that until it was too late. Pierre getting a 3-second time penalty. We're on lap 19 now out of 25. Not too long remaining in this Grand Prix. Mali Khan, are they going to be going for the move here? They've got the DRS using a bit of that hot lap battery mode. And it looks like they're going to be going for the move here down the outside into turn 27, taking that racing line. But now RKA is going to have the DRS all the way down to the start finish right now. Is it going to work out? Doesn't look like it. Tacey is into the pit lane. So now Malikan is looking at the lead. Oh, Tacey just getting out in front of Owen there. Is on them soft tyres. We've got a penalty situation. Oh, Benji, fastest lap, 131.160, and I think Tacey may be a way to change that soon. In the next few moments, Benji getting another 3-second time penalty. That's him up to 6 seconds worth. Mali Khan, though, is on 3 seconds worth, is only 1.1 seconds in the lead, so he's going to have to book it if he's going to want to increase that gap, which he doesn't. He actually just lost a bit of time there. Got a yellow flag in sector 3, and that's for a Mercedes of Loopers, who's broken that front wing. Not seen any VSCs out or anything like that up to now, but Tacey is absolutely flying up the park here. 6 seconds to the next car ahead. RKA and Malikan battling out for that lead. And we've also got Evan and Kreiters battling out for that last pole position. Ends is into the pits. Malikan's out. What? Malikan is out at turn 4. And it looks like RKA could walk away with the win here. Oh, that is absolutely cut in here. It looks like it could be an Alpine 1-2 right now. The only thing that could change that right now, I would say, would be the Silvers. Casey looking good on them soft tyres right now. Could actually end up getting a good result here, possibly at 2nd place. Fun Destroyers getting a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. It's a bit unfortunate there what happened with you there, Malikan. Yeah, we were doing so well, but unfortunately sometimes these things happen. It's happened to myself. Crashed the last lap in that a few times myself, and yeah, it never gets easier, I will say. Verpe and Owen battling out, and they're side by side here, and Verpe just taking it a little bit gentle just to try and keep that DRS, but doesn't manage to get close enough. Question is TC going to be able to get close enough to Kreiters? And are they going to swap positions? Evan, 3-second time penalty. We're starting to see the 3-second time penalties ramp up as the drivers are more and more going for it, trying to push every little ounce that they can of that car around this absolutely insanely quick track. Crichton's not managing to be able to pull that gap in just yet. But Evans has actually got a 3-second time penalty, so that plays into the hands of the Silver of Crichton's, who's not got any penalties, so that's a bit fortunate for them, for both Silvers actually, who could end up moving up a place on both of them. Moving up, Crichton's up a place and Evans losing 2 places, so we could see how things are going to be unfolding for them. Moving further down with the RBs battling out here side by side, going down into turn 1. Is Pierre going to walk away with it, or is the other RB going to go for it? Looking at the penalty situation, they're both on 3 seconds worth of time penalties, but of course they're both going to end up losing 1 position due to ends not having any penalties. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3, and I think that was Elpers there. I'm unsure. Verpe still keeping a right close eye on Owen, and Nat Williams in 5th place, of course. All he has to do is sit within that DRS window and just stay behind the Williams. Pierre and Enns battling out there, and oh, looks like Pierre almost went off the wall there. To the wall. Let's see right now, Pierre battling out with Enns here for that 10th position, for that final point. And the more he holds Enns up, the more likely he is that he could end up getting his team an extra point. All he has to do is try and hold off the driver behind and try and make them lose as much time as they can and allow Fun Destroyers to move up and move away. And it looks like that is almost happening, but it's still got quite a bit to go. Looking at TC managing to get past Kreiters here. TC getting a 3-second time penalty. This is not going to be happy there. TC unfortunately just messing it up there at turn 10. Just goes that little bit wide, and oh, into the wall they go from Evan, who loses control. And I hope no one crashes into them. That was not very nice, I will say. But it looks like Kreiters could actually manage to walk away with this 2nd place here, with Evans having that penalty there. Looking at Kreiters now, he's wanting to get it done on track, it seems, just to make sure. Of course, we could always end up having a penalty removed in the later stages if it was deemed unjust. But looking on right now is Kreiters going to be able to hold off on Evans here. Evans barreling down with that DRS wide open, doesn't manage to get the move done. Owens looks like he's up into 4th place. Is Verpe going to be able to pull that in and move up a position? He's not having to get it done on the track though, but he'd rather do that himself, just like the Silver of Kreiters, and they both move up a position. Benji getting past Pierre here in that RB and moves up into 9th position. Looking on at the penalty situation though, will move down 1 position due to his the RB of Pierre Enns, sorry, in that Mercedes not having any penalties. Of course, looking on at this right now, if Fun Destroyers manages to pull out Nope, if he manages to pull out another little bit of time, then he could actually manage to get that 8th place nice and easy. That is the question, if he's going to be able to manage to get that done. Evans, though, are they going to be going for the move here? I've got RKA in that Alpine just coming around the final corner now, but our eyes are on the other Alpine of Evan as they barrel round the outside of Critters and take that 2nd place. Of course, it's not going to really matter as they do have a penalty. So RKA comes home to win, then Critters in 2nd, 3rd for Evans. We've seen Owen battling out there with Verpe, and Verpe is going to be walking away with the victor after Owen having 6 seconds worth of time penalties, but only loses 1 place. Captain Jeff loses a place. Is Fun Destroyer going to manage to walk away here with that 8th position? It looks like he is. And Benji moves down to 10th, manages to get the last point there. Yep, I do agree there, Jay. It was, yeah, he shouldn't have done that. Definitely. Sheepers across the line in 12th. Stacey Lou in most likely be 13th. Just waiting for them to come to the end of the lap. Same with Elpars. And there's Stacey Lou across the line. There they go. And Elpars. And that is the end of round 2 here in Jeddah. So there we go. Quite an insane race to say the least. Bit of a change up there with some things that happened. But yeah, all in all, good race out there. You see the podium winners there. Seeing RKA, Critters and Evan up there on the podium. Nicely does it from them. RKA walking away with that win with Critters in 2nd and Evan in 3rd. Then we had Verpe in 4th, Owen in 5th, Captain Jeff 6th, RIZE McGurk in 7th, Fun Destroyers in 8th, 9th for Ends, Benji Bucket in 10th, managing to get that pole position but not managing to pull off in the end with a little incident at the start of a safety car, getting caught up at the start of a safety car restart, sorry. Pierre, unfortunately, not being here for a lot of the Grand Prix, I think, due to disconnection. Sheepers in 12th, 13th for Stacey Lou, and Elpars finishing in 14th. Tacey does get the fastest lap, but did not finish the Grand Prix, and neither did Malikan, Loopers, Dirty Taffy, Bucko, or Dirty Zombie, and they all did not finish the Grand Prix. So, yeah, next week here with RIZE, we're going to be at Australia for next week's Grand Prix, Season 2, Round 3. I'm going to be live again on Thursday at 8 o'clock, and that is going to be for round 11 at Brazil for IRC Esports, and then also on Saturday I will be live again for WWR, which that race is, I think, is it Qatar? No, Bahrain, sorry, Bahrain. So that'll be for round 12 in their season 5 calendar. So tune in on them days for Thursday at 8 o'clock and Saturday at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. So until next time, you guys take care of yourself, and from me, it is peace out.